Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Please feel free to write to me at walkwithtak@gmail.com if you have any questions regarding to this video or any other videos that I've posted in the past. If you have any video that you would like me to make, please let me know. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. During the past several years, ever since I started this Walk with Tak project, I taught a lot of cooking classes. And also through the YouTube videos, I met some very interesting people, and I learned a lot from them. And they tell me some of the most interesting stories, and many of them are very inspiring for me. Now, my fast cooking system is based on the 4 attributes: that's flavor chasing, advanced peppering, stir frying, and template-based cooking. And of course, my assumption all along is that through advanced prepping, you can't use fresh ingredients, particularly with fresh produce, and prepping them in advance, you will be able to cook every single night. However, my attitude toward frozen vegetable is not as favorable. But I met this lady, and her name is Lorraine, and she changed my mind about frozen vegetables. I met Lorraine about perhaps 4.5 years ago when she came to my cooking class with her daughter. She is 80 years old, and her daughter was 50th at the time. And she actually gave her daughter to my cooking class as her birthday present. Her daughter was very interested in stir frying, and Lorraine just happened to come along. Now, after the cooking class, Lorraine came up to me and she said, "I'm really interested in your cooking system." She said, "I just moved into a assisted living facility, and I really do not like the food that they cook. So I think I'm going to try your cooking system because I love eat vegetables, and besides, this is something really good for me." However, Lorraine said is that I'm going to see whether I can use frozen vegetables because I cannot go shopping readily. So this is what Lorraine did. Her daughter lived about a couple hours away, and they visit her about twice a month, and they would bring her grocery shoppings, and they would bring some frozen vegetables. And the frozen vegetable that she used in this particular dish is a frozen vegetable contain what is known as a California medley. It contains cauliflower, broccoli, carrot. And her daughter always will cut up some chicken for her as well. So basically, she has almost everything she needs to do her cooking. And with the chicken already prepped in advance, which Lorraine really loves, she can cook almost any time she wants. All she needs to do is thaw out the chicken. So one thing Lorraine learned from me is that she's going to coat the chicken with cornstarch, as well as with some of my basic seasoning mix to give it some nice flavor. And the cornstarch will make the chicken moist and tender. However, there's one little trick that Lorraine has up her sleeve, is that she also used some broccoli. And she always has some fresh broccoli on hand, and she found that this fresh broccoli can be really handy. Okay, now let me show you how she cooked this dish. And the little trick that she used, that she make the frozen vegetable taste almost as good as fresh. Now, Lorraine lived in this assisted living apartment, and she did not want to create a lot of film, and she wanted to keep it relatively mild, so to speak, during the stir-frying process. So she decided that instead of using a wok with natural surface, she will use a wok with non-stick coating. Now, the non-stick coating wok has obviously some advantage. One is that you do not have to heat up the oil as much as in the case with wok with natural surface, which is required to season the wok. However, non-stick coating also has some disadvantage, is that you cannot heat it up as much. So you cannot, say, char the food ingredients, particularly when it comes to meat. But for Lorraine, this is not a big issue. In her case, she just wants to eat something cooked the way how she likes it. And for her purpose, I think it works out very well. So as you can see, she used a wok that her daughter brought it for her. It is a carbon steel wok with non-stick coating. Now, when you use a wok with non-stick coating, one of the most important things is that you cannot use a metal spatula. For example, a stainless steel wok spatula is not going to work. So she purchased a Teflon spatula. And this Teflon spatula is different because it has the shape of a wok spatula. Now, after she stir-fried the chicken for about a minute, she adds some fresh broccoli. Now, this is her secret. She actually combined fresh broccoli with frozen vegetables. Now, this actually works really well. I was very surprised how well it worked. I thought it was very clever. Then she added her frozen vegetable medley. Now, there's one thing she did very differently, which I did not expect it, is that she do not thaw out the frozen vegetables in advance. By not thawing out the frozen vegetables in advance, she told me that she discovered that it allowed the vegetable to thaw out in the wok while she is stir-frying them. And the end result is that it allowed the frozen vegetable to maintain its texture, so it do not turn mushy. Now, a lot of people, when they do frozen vegetable, they will thaw them out first, because they thought, well, it's better to thaw them out rather than have them thaw in the wok. According to her, and I agree with her, that is a mistake. In fact, it is much better if you let the vegetable to thaw out directly in the wok. And this process will actually maintain the texture, and the vegetable will be more firm as comparison to if you thaw them out in advance. Now, the vegetable here, as you notice that the broccoli is in pretty large chunk. And so what she does is that she uses a pair of scissors and she will cut them up. Now she's able to cut them. Before, she was not able to because the vegetable was frozen, but now they're thawed, so it's easier for her to just use a scissor and to cut them into the pieces that will fit with other ingredients in the dish. Now, what you have here is that which is really nice because she had both fresh and frozen broccoli. And they actually allowed a person to eat them and create a sense of that they actually both feel like they are being fresh. So this is an excellent method and an outstanding approach to combine frozen vegetable and fresh vegetable together. And all this only takes about a few minutes to thaw out the frozen vegetables, and they are now ready. So she will season her dish just with a small amount of oyster sauce. She'd like to taste the natural flavor of the food ingredients. The oyster sauce mainly serves as a way to enhance the natural flavor of all the vegetables and the chicken. In fact, you can omit oyster sauce by just using simply salt and pepper, if that's how you would like it. So now the dish is done. And she did a quick taste test, and she decided that she would like to add a little bit more flavor, so she added a little bit more of my wok with tart basil seasoning mix, which she got it from her daughter, and she really likes it, and she uses it in almost most of her cooking. The basic seasoning mix is an excellent substitute for salt. In fact, you can use the basic seasoning mix and omit the oyster sauce completely. Now, this dish is a very simple and straightforward dish. And Lorraine actually able to modify it in such a way that to retain the freshness of the dish. And the nice thing is that it's very fast to cook. So this dish, which she used about 8 ounces of chicken. In fact, she usually cook one dish each evening. Quite often that she will invite one of her friends to join her for dinner. And this dish is sufficient for 2 persons for dinner. And if she cannot finish it, and she will leave it, and the next morning she will eat it actually for breakfast or for lunch. So what I demonstrate here is that you can use frozen vegetable as efficiently as you will use fresh vegetable, and of course it provides the convenience, and you can make it taste better by just add a small amount of fresh vegetables. I post a video each day, and the goal is that to help you to make home cooking as part of your daily routine using my fast cooking system. And in fact, my goal is that to make this cooking system that is flexible as well as efficient for any type of kitchen setup that you might have. So if you'd like to learn more about my fast cooking system, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. So keep on cooking, and I will see you tomorrow.